by assessing her posture. It looks erect. That's really what I say. Do you guys say anything else for that? There's erect. She's not. There's no hunching, or she's not slouched over. Next, I'm going to assess her gait. Can you walk in a straight line? Can you walk with your heels over your toes? Like that. Can you walk on your tippy toes? Can you walk on your heels? Great. It appears that your gait is good. Next, I'm going to assess your spinal alignment. Can you lean over for me? Great. Doesn't appear that you have any scoliosis or any kyphosis or lordosis. Your spinal curvatures look good on both sides. Next, I will be assessing your muscle strength and your range of motion in all your different extremities. I'll be starting by palpating for any tenderness. Does anything hurt? I'll be looking for any redness, any masses or anything like that. I think it's masses, redness, swelling, heat, tenderness. Doesn't appear to be any. Next, I'll be assessing your range of motion. Can you turn your head to the right, to the left, back, forward, and in a circular motion? Good. She has good upper extremity range of motion in her neck. Next, I'll be assessing your muscular resistance in your face. Can you lean your resist against my hand? Sorry, resist against my hand. Good. You have good muscle resistance. That's about 5 out of 5 muscle resistance. Next, I'll be assessing your shoulders right here. There's no redness, any tenderness. Okay. There's no masses. I'm going to assess your strength here. Can you resist against my hand? Can you rotate your shoulders? Great. Your resistance is good. Next, I'm going to be assessing right here. No redness, no tenderness, no masses. Next, I'll assess your, can you flex and extend? Good. That would be another range of motion, but that's another one for upper extremity. Next, I'll be assessing your muscle strength. Can you take my hand right here? Can you resist against my hand? Great. Can you resist against my hand? Next, can you resist against my hands? Great. I know it's a little bit different for everyone, but it's the general concept. Next, I'll be assessing range of motion of your legs. I don't know what you guys do for this, but this is what I was practicing. Is just, can you lift your foot out in front of you? Can you lift it to the side, to the back, in front all the way, in front all the way, to the back, to the side. I think that's range of motion of your legs. Seems full. Next, I'll be assessing your muscle resistance. You can take a seat right there in your hips. So first, I'll be palpating for any heat or redness. There doesn't seem to be any. Next, could you resist your hand up against my hands, or your thigh against my hand? Then the opposite way. Resist hands opposite. Great. Next, I'm going to be looking at your knees. No swelling, no tenderness, right? No masses. Can you resist against my hand? Can you resist against my hand? Resist against my hand. Resist against my hand. We'll be doing the same thing right here. Can you resist against my hand? Resist against my hand. Resist against my hand. Resist against my hand. There's no swelling or redness, any tenderness here. Great. I'll be doing the same thing with your feet. No swelling, tenderness. Resist against my hand with your foot. Resist against my hand. It's kind of gross, but you know. Sorry. No, it's not. No, it's not you. Resistance there seems 5 out of 5. And your range of motion, can you invert? Can you evert? Great. Your range of motion, your upper extremity and lower extremity is good. You have 5 out of 5 muscle resistance and no pain or tenderness or any joint problems there. Could you stand up and close your eyes? Put your hands to your side. Great. Her Romberg test is not negative, which means she has good balance. Next, could you close your eyes and touch your, take your finger and touch your nose? Great. Can you do it with the other hand? Good. She has good coordination and balance. So that would be all of musculoskeletal and 2 parts of the neurologic. Then it would be the neurologic, which would be light touch, sharp and dull. Sorry, say close your eyes. Do you feel a sharp or dull? Sharp or dull? Sharp or dull? Then I might do like her hand or something. Sharp or dull, maybe legs. I don't know how much they want. Next would be the 2-point discrimination. So you take that little like tip thing, and I have to like calm down. I get like so into the flow when I'm practicing it. I'm like, okay. The little, what was it, like stretched out paper clip thing, and then you just take it and you say, can you close your eyes? But how many points do you feel?
2.
How many points do you feel?
2.
How many points do you feel?
1.
And then do the same 2, 1. Maybe on your leg, third leg as well. I think she'd probably be fine with just 1, but if so, like 2, 1. All right. So that's 2-point discrimination. Next is stereogenesis. Close your eyes. I'm going to put something in your hand. What do you feel? Just pretend. The other hand, what do you feel?
Fine.
No, graphios. How do you say that? Graphesthesia, right? Close your eyes. I'm going to draw something in her hand. I'm going to draw something in her hand. She can tell me what it is. Next, I already assessed your muscle strength, which is on there for neurologic, but I just move on from that because I really don't think, it's really repetitive and you don't need that. So the next is after tactile discrimination is the deep tendon reflex, which you did in there. So that's going to be the brachial radialis right here. The brachial is right here. The tricep, she said lean, like make sure you really relax the arm and then do it there. So that's the tricep. The Achilles, a lot of times, well, first they do the patellar. So that one right here is the patellar, which is the knee. And then the Achilles, when I practiced, I had them like sit on the bed, like turn their feet over and do it like right here on the side, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And it should
it's
be
like right here.
So then they should go like that. So that's Achilles. Then olfactory, cranial nerves. Achilles, that's Achilles. That's Babinski. Oh, Babinski, yeah. Then you take the thing on the other side. They should flex their feet like in.
No, in would be for positive Babinski. You're not supposed to. Feet should flex out when they.
Wait, I thought babies only flesh out.
Their feet should curve in.
Yeah, it should curve in.
For a negative response.
Yeah.
A positive is when they fan out.
Yeah.
You don't want a positive.
You don't want a positive. Because babies flan out, and that's the Babinski sign.
Thought babies
positive.
curl in.
No, it's the opposite.
Okay.
No, like she just said that in there though, right?
Um,
No, I'm like almost positive that it's the Babinski is when because like you feel something, so your natural reaction is to grab whatever you're feeling and to curl in.
That's what I thought the babies do though.
No, babies don't have that reflex yet. That's why, because babies don't have it
babies
yet.
always grab onto stuff.
I think that's different. I like not
I'm gonna
to
look
be
it up,
argued,
but
but yeah, that's fine.
yeah.
You can look it up if you want. I'm like, almost, didn't she say that in there? I'm pretty sure she said that in there. But like, you can look that up to make you feel better too. I don't, because I'm almost positive though it's flex and then extend.
If you like stuttered a little, would she like bad about that? So we were like, cause I use like, a lot.
Yeah.
And it's just like.
Can you just like
my
pause
body.
and I don't even know. Like me, I kind of get fast and fluttered a little too. Then I guess cranial nerves. So I would just say, when this is cranial nerve 1, I would ask the patient to close their eyes, and then I would give them something to smell. Can you smell that? Then cranial nerve 2, I would assess your visual acuity. So I performed the Snellen chart. All she wanted us to do was explain what it was. So that means you have the patient stand 20 feet away, close one of their eyes, ask them to read one of the lines. If they can read what most people can read 20 feet away, something at a certain line, so it would be 20/20 vision is normal. If they can't read that line, then you go to 20/30 and etc. So that's Snellen test. Next would be visual acuity, which is peripheral vision. So tell me when you can see my hands. Okay, so her peripheral vision is good. Next I'd be assessing accommodation. If I had a pen light, then I would say, can you follow this as I bring close to your eyes? That's accommodation, if I'm correct. And then I would do visual acuity or visual response, or actually pupillary reactivity to light. Actually, that's I think what it is technically. So you put your hand like this, you put in the light, both pupils constrict, same thing on this side. That means that pupils are equally round and reactive to light. Then I would move on for the eye. I think that's basically all that you need to, then I would do extraocular motor muscles. So then I would say, this is assessing 3, 4, and 6. Can you follow it? My hand.
Say which ones.
3, 4, and 6. 3 is, I think, up,
You have
down.
to say that?
And why do now?
That's what she was saying. But like, I think if you just explain it's up and down, you'll be fine. Because like 4 is just down and in. So 4 is down and in. 6 is just straight out.
So 3 is outward, inward. It's up and out.
Yeah.
And then like down.
It's just
and
hard
out.
to explain. I would say like, yeah, 3 is up and out. 4 is down and inward. So like when I did a combination, that was probably at 4. And then 6 is just outward, so lateral. When I go like that, that's 6. I don't think she's that picky about it though. As long as you like generally know. And that's going to be oculomotor, 3, trochlear is 4, and 6 is abducens. Then I would be assessing cranial nerve 5, which is the trigeminal. I already assessed her ability to feel sensation on her face, so I wouldn't do that again. I could also do something like a hot cold test. Next, I'm going to do jaw resistance. Can you resisting is my hand. Can you clench your teeth without any pain? Great, that would be 5. Yeah. Next, I'm going to do facial, which is 7. Can you smile? I always remember 7 is sad face, so like, can you make a frown? Can you raise your eyebrows? Can you puff out your cheeks? Great, cranial nerve 7 is intact. 8 is a Q stick. I'm going to do a whisper test. Can you put your hand right here? I'm going to whisper something.
1, 2, 3. ABC.
Great, ocular Q stick. Cranial nerve 8 is intact. I could also do Weber and Rhine, which is where I'm going to hit the little thing. I'm going to put it right Weber, right on the top of her head. Can you hear both sides equally?
Yeah.
Great. Next, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to put it on this bone right here. Tell me when you can't hear it. Tell me when you can't hear it. Okay, air conduction should be twice as fast as bone conduction. Do it on both
Like
sides.
twice as fast or twice as long?
Twice as long. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah, twice as long. Yeah, maybe you shouldn't listen to this right now. I'm sorry. It's probably not helpful.
And we have to say which nerve it is.
Guys, she's
You can't
pretty
just-
chill. Like, I wouldn't. I think that she'll take, like, I just went overboard for everything, figuring I'd rather cover my bases
Yeah.
and not. But I really think if you said cranial nerve 1, she'd probably be fine, right?
Oh, okay.
I don't think you. Yeah, I would say you'd probably be fine.
Okay.
I mean, they're not too hard to too hard if you
Yeah.
know them,
But
but
still, I don't know all of them.
right. Just 8 is a Q stick, so glossopharyngeal is 9. Can you say ah? I would explain the gag reflex is putting a tongue depressor, and hopefully she gags. And that's 9. 10 is going to be, can you say your name?
Jessica.
That's the vagus nerve. Can you swallow? And she could say ah. That means cranial nerve 10. The vagus is intact. Cranial nerve 11. Spinal accessory. I already assessed her ability to resist my hand. Can you move your head around? I already assessed. So that's cranial nerve 11. I didn't really have anyone do anything, so I already assessed it with musculoskeletal. And then cranial nerve 12 is hypoglossal. Can you stick out your tongue? Resist side to side. Great. Well, her cranial nerves are intact, and I would say that's probably good enough for muscular.